Yeah, cruising in the ocean with my fellas, waving at the shore, we got all them people jealous. They see that we shining from way over yonder. Gotta thank my father, my sponsor, for putting me on board and also giving me the capability to live life with no fear, create buzz with no beer. God is the reason why I live like this. Now everybody hating me, now I feel like Chris. Working out, eating right, now I look like this. Phone filled with different numbers, now my ex all pissed. Now I'm playing, she don't care cause she move like this. Man, I ain't hating cause she bad, man, we all ruthless. Man, I got money in my pocket, diamonds on my pinky and that.
Yo, I'm about something. My journey in a journal. I just thought about something. I know I don't have the answer, and I've never done it. And other people, I don't think, what I'm saying, they real big on never doing what I'm about to say as well. But my excuse, I just want to know why, though. I'm not saying that anybody's right. I'm not saying anybody is wrong. But I just want to know why. My question is this. What's the real reason on why people don't boomerang when it comes to relationships? Like go back. Like they past relationship, they could have been in a relationship with somebody for like 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years. They put in a lot of time and effort with that person, and y'all break up. But then have an opportunity within that year to get back together. What is the true reason on why you don't get back together with that person? You know what I mean? A lot of people is like, oh no, well, I don't run it back and do it all over. I mean, is it really a run back, do it all over again type thing? If you guys already sailed away, you already built a lot of things together, you did all of this stuff just for something to fall apart. If you guys aren't split up within a year or been broke up for a year or something like that, isn't it possible for you guys to pick up where y'all left off and continue? You know what I'm saying? You both probably got that little 6 months to a year of understanding what you did wrong, understanding what the other person did wrong, or things of that nature, things that they could be fixed on a personal level before you bring it together to the table as a couple. Like, what's really the legitimate, what's really the reason on why, I don't run it back? Like, what do you mean you don't run it back? My thing is this, like, I get it. I've never run it back with anybody. I get that. I've never done it either. But I'm not the person I'm not accustomed to it. I'm not the person that'll shut it down. You know what I'm saying? I'm not the person that'll be like, oh yeah, well no. Because I already know you. Since I already know you, I know your dudes, I know your don'ts, I know your likes, your dislikes, I know the things that I like that you do, I know the things that I dislike that you do, and things of that nature. If that's being presented to you while we're not together and you've grown in that situation, why can't that not be revisited? You know what I'm saying? Like my mindset is this. If I'm with somebody for 2+ years, 3+ years, that's a long time when you think about it. And for me to just drop that situation and hop into a whole new situation, to have to rebuild with somebody else I don't even know that could be worse than the situation that I was in, I don't know I don't know if, you know what I mean? I don't look at it as a bad thing to go back to something. If there was just a couple flaws, a couple misled situations that I didn't like. You know what I'm saying? I could see if I just didn't like you, period. But if I didn't like you, period, why was I with you for 5 years? You know what I'm saying? Why was I with you for 2 years? Why was I with you for 3 years? You know if you don't like a person. It don't take 3 to 5 years to figure that part out. It don't really take that. So it might be a couple things that he do that you just don't like. There's a couple things that she do that you don't like. But it wasn't communicated because of the lack of communication on both sides, which caused the relationship to crash. But if communication becomes better on both sides, why do you try to go and build with somebody else to run into the same result? Because you possibly didn't change. You possibly the same person. You know what I'm saying? Like, at the end of the day, when people get broke up with, they don't get broke up with for no reason. If the dude breaks up with the girl, it's because it was things that she was doing or things that she did that he didn't like. And he was tired. He didn't want to put up with it no more. Vice versa. The guy, there's reasons behind why she wanted to leave the guy. She wanted to leave the guy because he didn't do this or he didn't say that or he didn't do that. It's always a reason on why people don't continue relationships with certain people. But the problem is nobody really wants to change that. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's say you were with somebody for a long period of time and they tell you your flaws or your chinks in your armor. During that healing process, for the 2 to 5, maybe even 10 years you was with that person, to hook up with another individual, it might take some time. You can tell if somebody really is trying to heal for real compared to a person who really ain't trying to heal. They just don't want to be by themselves, so they just move on. You know what I'm saying? Like if you been in a relationship with somebody for 3 years, 4 years, and then y'all even broke up for like a year and a half, and that other person already moved on, 10 times out of 10, that person was already out of the relationship from the get-go. Because you can't heal in that type of time on something that you really was involved in. That's like somebody's mom or dad passing away, but all of a sudden, when the death date pops up, you still don't, you know what I'm saying? You still don't mourn off of it no more. You know what I'm saying? You just like, oh yeah, when my mom's gone. Oh yeah, my dad's gone. It is what it is. No, it's still a tear up. It still feels away. It's gonna take some time, maybe even years, for you to heal from that. Now, granted, a lot of people heal faster than others, but a lot of people don't heal properly. When you heal, you're supposed to heal by yourself. When you're trying to heal, you can't kick it with your friends. You can't be out dating and doing all this other stuff. Because at the same time, all that's doing is blocking you from what you really feel inside. What you really feel, if you really feel hurt inside, you need to go through that hurt and that pain to heal. But you can't go through that hurt and that pain by trying to substitute somebody else into a position to actually fix that hurt and that pain. Because all that's doing is speeding up a process and it's causing you to not heal 100%. Because now you so focused on another individual, but not healing from the situation that you was just in. That was for 2 years. That was for 3 years. You can't just hop into another relationship. You can't just play with somebody else's emotions just because they're giving you this type of attention. You can't play like that. Like, at the end of the day, if you're doing that, that's not showing respect to the person that you were in a relationship with. Which you don't care about no respect on either side because y'all not together no more. But if you really cared about that relationship because y'all put in years for that relationship, last thing you're gonna do is try to hop into another relationship in a year or two span. If you're really trying to heal. And if that relationship really meant something to you. If that relationship didn't mean nothing to you, then of course it's easy to just hop into a relationship. Yeah, it's easy to date because that girl is giving you that type of attention, because that guy is giving you that type of attention. That don't mean you healed. That just means you just trying to hurry up and move on. You're still looking for something, but in all actuality, that something could have been right there in front of your face. You just chose not to treat that something, that man or that woman, properly. So they got out of the relationship, you got out of the relationship, and now you about to move around and try to do the same thing with somebody else without even finding out that a lot of the relationships that fail could be because of you. You know what I'm saying? I'm speaking to me. I'm speaking to anybody who's been broke up with or anybody who's left a relationship or things of that nature and not understanding why the relationship didn't work. You really didn't actually put a magnifying glass on your own self to understand, like, yo, this could have been possibly my fault. The reason why this doesn't work. This doesn't work. The communication, the way that I treated her, the way that I treated him. You know what I'm saying? The way that we communicated, the way that we had each other's backs, the way I made that person feel wanted, the way they made me feel wanted. Things of that nature. It's always two sides to a breakup. There was never nobody in relationships 100%. It's just the first person who pulls the trigger because they got sick of what was going on. That's what happens. I'm the first person to pull the trigger. All right, you know what? I'm sick of it. I've been putting up with it for years. I've been doing this for years. Or there's been a circle. We've been going through a circle for years. We've been doing this, and this. And I get that, and I understand that on both sides. But when people are saying that they're going through circles and things of that nature, don't you also have to understand what is the reason for the circle, and don't make it seem like you are the only person, the reason why y'all keep going into circles. You got to make sure that the other person is doing their part too. What are you doing that's making that person better? What is that person doing that's making you better? That's what relationships is all about. Business partners, all of that stuff. Anything that's got something to do with partnership. It's a two-sided thing. A business can't flourish if only one side is putting in the work and the other side is just reaping the benefits. The other person should be putting in work as well. And if they're not, it causes the one business partner to be like, man, you know what? I don't want to be a partner no more because I feel like I'm doing everything on my own. The same thing with the relationship. If I feel like, or if you feel like, or he or she, if they feel like they're putting in all this work to make the relationship work, but the other person is still complaining about everything that's going on, that person is really quick to just pull the trigger and be like, you know what? I don't want to be here no more because of the fact that it feels like I'm the only one that wants to be here. That's of that's part of growing. You know what I'm saying? Learning. People understand it. A lot of people that don't understand that and they don't want to understand it. And I think that's the main I think that's the main problem. Is when people just don't want to understand it. Yeah, I think that's the part of life that I never really understood. And I probably will never understand. There's so many people like, man, I ain't running that bad. I ain't running that bad. But I think that's where a lot of us run into the reality of things that we don't want to accept. It's the fact that you're not a good partner. You know what I'm saying? You ain't never looked in the mirror and been like, bro, I could be really treating this person way better than what I'm treating them. There's a lot of people who don't think like that. You know what I'm saying? And then and a lot of people don't love themselves. And the reason why I say that is this. Because you could be in a relationship with somebody for 4, 5, 6 years. Y'all can have kids. Y'all can do all of this stuff. But then after y'all break up, all of a sudden you got so much negative stuff to say about that person. But what I'm saying is that person, when y'all broke up, that wasn't the only time that person was negative to you. That wasn't the only time. They were negative to you for a long period of time. So, like I said, loving yourself, you would have never been to this situation in the first place if you would have loved yourself and not allowed a person to treat you a certain type of way for that many years. You know what I'm saying? That could, your baby mom, your baby dad, your girlfriend, your fiance, y'all broke up, all this extra stuff. You knew that that person wasn't treating you the way that you should be treated, but you kept it to yourself. You kept it to yourself until everything blew up. Then when everything blew up, all you want to do is call your friends and tell your friends on how, man, I didn't want to be there with him anyway. He was always treating me like this, or she was always doing this, or I don't know why I was this person's business partner. They ain't really helped me, or this. All of this stuff that you knew for years, you knew, but said nothing about it until the situation came to its wit's end. That's when you spoke up for yourself. That's when you finally was like, man, no, forget that, man. And then that's when you want to tell the world that you were treated a certain way. You want to tell the world how you didn't they didn't hold their end of the bargain up on the business. That's when you want to tell the world all the negative stuff. But at the same time, you was treated negatively for years and didn't say a word. How come all of a sudden, now when you say it, when the business is over, relationship is over, now everybody's supposed to understand what you got going on? When the fact of the matter is, you should have already put your foot down on how you was being treated from the gate, so you would have never had to worry about this. You didn't, because of the fact, oh, well, he's attractive. Oh, she look good. Oh, they got money. Oh, well, this what happened with the business. They got followers. Oh, yeah, well, I can do this with him because he does music, and I do music too. And it's all this extra stuff that you benefit off of a partner that you was working with for all this time. But in the next round, you never really even liked that partner. You was only there to benefit from that partner because that partner was bringing something to the table that you couldn't bring on your own. That quality that they was bringing to the table, you couldn't bring it on your own. That love, you couldn't bring that on your own. You wasn't loving yourself like that. So you wanted to see somebody else spend all this money on you to show that they love you. But you wasn't doing all that stuff on your own. The quality of music that you was doing, if you're an artist, you wasn't doing good music with everybody else. You hook up with this person, now all of a sudden the music is fire. Now when y'all split back up, it's like, nah, I gotta work with other people. And it's like, yeah, it's cool, but it's not like it was when you was working with her. Or it's not like it was when you was working with him. So then you try to go and pretend like that catch is cool, so you can still reap the benefit of a situation that you should have never got out of. Or you should have said from the gate, you know what, I don't want to be with you. I don't want to be with him. I don't want to be with her. I just want to be a partner when it comes to the music because I think your music is amazing and I think we could do things. Or I think that we could do things because your business ideas are so awesome to what I got going on. Or this, all of the stuff that you could be thinking of. A lot of times we don't think about none of that. We don't think about none of that, bro. None of it. We don't think about none of that. That's what I'm saying. That's why I asked what I asked. Like, why don't people boomerang? Sometimes it's necessary. Sometimes it's necessary to go back with the individual and try to run it back because you've both been split for a long period of time. You dissected yourself. They dissected themselves. You might have got therapy. They might have got therapy, or they might have talked to some right people, or this, or this, or whatever, to make them better people. You don't know. You don't know that, but all you know is you know that person. So since you know that person, you know what you like and you know what you don't like. But those things that you don't like, those people can also adjust or even change to fix a situation. But understand, it's not just about what you don't like. What do you do that they don't like either? That's why I get it when people was like, yo, I ain't running it back. But at the same time, I'm asking, why aren't you? Why aren't you not running it back? You too good of a person? You feel you too good in a relationship? You bring too much to the table and the other person don't? They don't meet you halfway? And you feel that confident in your own self? Because in all of that, why are you single? Why aren't you not married? A lot of us have like, well, not me. I must got 1, 3. Since 21 years old, I'm 41 right now, but since 20 years old, I've only been in 3 relationships. 3. I was married from 20 to 30, and then I had 2 relationships from 30 to 41. So I'm not, I got 14 boyfriends, 15 girlfriends, all that. I'm not that type of person. I'm in the relationship for the long haul. I don't pull the trigger on marriages so fast because at the end of the day, I still need to learn who I'm up against. But at the same time, I understand that you can learn all that stuff together. You know what I'm saying? But sometimes you just be like, you know what? Nah, man, I ain't learning doing that. Like, I don't know for sure if I want to pull this trigger. If this person doesn't treat me right now, why do I think that they're going to treat me right when we get married? You know what I'm saying? If you're the type of person that wants somebody to cook for you all the time, if this person doesn't cook for you all the time, don't think that they're going to start cooking for you when you get married. They already showing traits that that's not what they do. So you can't force them to do something that they don't do in the first place. It's not a rule. And when you get married, you should cook for her all the time, or she should cook for you all the time, or he should give her massages all the time, or she should pay for his haircuts all the time. There's not no rule for that. People do that for each other because they love each other. They do that for each other because they love each other, or not even love each other. They love the partner that they're with. And you can tell when somebody loves a situation, it's because they put their money where their mouth is. I don't care what nobody say. If somebody is putting money behind what you got going on, they care. Because that's hard-earned money that they could be spending on their own self. So if they spending their money on you in any way, shape, or form, pay attention to that. And stop trying to brush that off like that ain't no big deal. Oh, no, it's just money. I'm like, yeah, but that person worked 80 hours. That whole check, they could have got that. You could have found some money somewhere else. So if they volunteered their money, be appreciative. A lot of times, females and males, both of y'all don't treat people with appreciation. Even when it ain't no money. Even when it ain't no money. Like, how many relationships have y'all been in where people don't even, you know what I'm saying, text people good morning, or, hey, I miss you, or have conversations. They don't even communicate with each other like that. Even in the house. When people walk into the crib, you don't even give your husband or your wife, your boyfriend or girlfriend a hug or a kiss to show you that you missed them during that time. Y'all got to just stay on your phone, be in your room, not talking and doing nothing. Bro, that's not no relationship. That's terrible. Period. But if that's communicated to your partner, instead of you guessing because the partner don't want to tell you what the real is, because there's a lot of partners out here, male and female, that don't communicate. So the woman don't know how to treat him because he won't tell her, and then the woman, and then he won't treat her properly because when you ask her what she needs from me, she says, well, you should already know. Like, what? We don't read minds. That's not a part of a relationship. That's when you read minds, bro. Tell me exactly what you want so I can fix the problem. You want to play the guessing game all the dang on time, that doesn't work, or that doesn't help. For anybody's relationship. Period. If I'm gonna come, and if I'm a business partner, and if I'm like, okay, yo, we need to promote these hats that we just made, the business partner should be thinking the same way. So if I'm the only person putting on social media, we got hats for sale and all this, and this, I should not have to text or call my business partner and ask my business partner why they posting. We're a business. We're running a business. So you should be posting as much as I'm posting. There's some things that you shouldn't have to call and make happen because this is a requirement that happens in a relationship or happens in the business for the business to flourish. That's how the team with a person that don't even know how to run a business. Because they don't even know how to run a relationship. They don't even know how to talk to their man properly. They don't know how to talk to their women properly. They don't know how to save money. They don't know how to spend money when it's necessary. They don't know none of this stuff. Relationship-wise. And then business-wise, they don't know how to promote. They don't know how to set up business meetings. They don't know how to set up email conversations. They don't know how to get emails. They don't come up with ideas. Nothing. They just expect one person to do everything. And then when that other person dips on them, oh man, you just left me high and dry. No, I left the business high and dry because of the fact that my business partner wasn't helping. And this is not just ran by me. The same thing in a relationship. This relationship is not just ran by me. I'm not just going to give you everything and I'll get nothing in return. Same thing with business. I'm not going to promote this by myself and you reap the benefit. No. We got to figure something else out. That's not working here. You know what I'm saying? And that's what a lot of people do. And I think that's a lot of reasons why a lot of people don't run it back. But I think also it's because it's not communicated on what happened in the relationship, the reason why the relationship didn't work. It could possibly be an easy fix, but y'all don't even talk to each other. But then you hop into a whole other situation and that don't work either, and then you worried about why the heck stuff ain't working, bro. You gotta start pointing at yourself. Like, bro, yo, it's your fault. You can't keep blaming everybody else if you're the person that keeps getting in a relationship and you keep getting out of the relationship because everybody just won't stick it out with you. Why aren't they sticking it out with you? There's a reason why they're not sticking it out with you. You know what I'm saying? So, but that is a question that I would want to know. So y'all in the comments, Leave me a comment. Let me know. Like, what's wrong with people when they want to run it back? There's nothing wrong with it if it's being communicated properly. You know what I'm saying? Because now, knowing that the dating game is all trash anyway, and ain't nobody bringing nothing to the table right now. No, the relationships suck right now. I wish I was in a relationship right now, so I ain't had to worry about trying to find somebody that's legitimate. Because these cats are terrible. These women are horrible, and from a woman's side, these men are horrible. These cats don't know how to be in no real relationships. They ain't treat nobody properly. They only want sex. They don't care about nothing else. They don't care about nothing else. Bro, these relationships are built on warcraft. And nobody wants to admit that. But the fact of the matter is these relationships are built on bullcrap. They are. But y'all got it though. I'll talk to y'all.
Hello, my name is Laurie Stamps, and I'm the author of the books entitled Rejected Yet Loved, Volumes 1 and Volumes 2. Can you imagine going through your wedding ceremony, having your reception, and all is going well, and you wake up the next morning and the person you thought you married was not the person you married? That's exactly what happened to Jacob in the book of Genesis, chapter number 29. He was in love with Rachel and thought he married Rachel, but it ended up marrying her sister, Leah. So you know he was going crazy, but how do you think Leah felt? So volume 1 talks a lot about rejection, of how Leah went through rejection and how she overcame it. And it talks about my story of being rejected. And then volumes 2 goes a deep further into rejection. So check out Rejected Yet Loved on Amazon. Make great Christmas gifts. Not only am I an author, but I also have a financial business where I show people how to make and save money. I show people that you don't have to live from paycheck to paycheck. There's so many people that hate their jobs. I show people there's a better way. I show people how to establish their own business, how to have a budget, how to get out of credit card debt, how to prepare for your financial future, for your retirement. Are you ready to retire? Are you going to have money when it comes to retirement? I show people how to leave a legacy for their children's children. I would love to have a one-on-one free consultation with you and see how I can help you financially. Contact me at lauriestampsbiz@gmail.com. That's Lauristampsbiz@gmail.com. I would love to sit with you and prepare for you to have a great financial future. God bless you.
Yo, y'all gotta come see this. Oh, this looks crazy. So what is this called right here?
That's the fry bowl. It's like,
So it got fries, chicken,
exactly.
and the sausage on top.
Yep.
Yo, this is crazy. Yeah, if y'all ain't made it out here in the city yet, y'all gotta come here. Y'all gotta come check my mans out. We out here whipping it up. They out here getting it crazy.
I feel that you ought to go. Treating me like I'm the man. I feel like you ought to go. The things that you do with your hands, I feel like you ought to go. The way that you twerk when you dance, I feel that you ought to. I feel that you ought to go. Treating me like I'm the man. I feel like you ought to go. The things that you do with your hands, I feel like you ought to go. The way that you twerk when you dance, I feel that you ought to go. Baby, you show it. That's for real. To me. And I can't keep it low-key. See, everything you do to me is crazy.
Play with my heart like motherfucker push me. I lose my mind, got me going up the Hennessy. Yeah, fast one to rewind. Fast one to rewind. Gotta run out of time.
Shorty said she
miss me. Now she wanna kiss me. Playing with my phone now she wanna list me. She threw me all around like she playing with a frisbee. Like doomsday, she marvel at my presence like I'm Disney. Swoop, please pass me the Henny, but I don't drink though. She's telling me she changed if I buy her a furry mink coat. She using me for money, I got it, but that ain't it, bro. No, not me, I know I want better. She tryna bring me down, bro, but I won't let her. She got a commando, but she can't see or hear like Helen Keller. Ella.
Shawty said she missed me.
Two to the dome, you know I came to kill. And all the DJs and beat makers know the drill. Your boy back, they all run like sawmill. This beat was just sent to me, this was a fresh kill. But you ain't know when I load up, I act wild. Like draw four, my screen kicks like a bad child. It's time to relocate, but not the eastbound.